environment. Budgies can be nervous and skittish animals. Taming them will not be effective if they are nervous in their surroundings. If you just purchased your budgie, give them about 2 weeks to become settled into their new environment. One of the things that they will do during this time is locate his food and water dishes in their cage. 2. Place the budgie in a busy room during their adjustment period, if possible. Although this may seem counterproductive, having them in a busy room will actually let them get accustomed to seeing people as companions rather than threats. 3. However, be aware that budgies have sensitive hearing, so be careful that the room is not a stressful place. Although there is plenty to see, be careful it's not a noisy room with the stereo on high, or a room where there are drafts because of people coming and going. It needs to be a pleasant environment, so as not to overwhelm the bird. 2. Place your budgie's cage close to you during normal activities. In order for your budgie to trust you, he will need to become comfortable being close to you. Allow about a week for him to get comfortable with this. Have the cage next to you when you are doing relaxing activities such as watching TV and reading. You do not have to directly interact with your budgie when you have his cage close to you. It's more important for the budgie to be comfortable in your presence. 3. Interact with your budgie without touching them. Once the budgie is comfortable being around you, you can start working on interacting with them more often. You will still need to be very patient with them so that you don't increase their anxiety. Be mindful not to make eye contact with your budgie. Budgies' eyes are located on the sides of their heads, which is common in prey animals. Because humans' eyes are positioned on the front of the head, looking directly at a budgie signals to him that you are a predator. You definitely don't want him to see you this way. 4. Place your hand on the outside of the cage and talk to your budgie in soothing tones. In this way, they will be able to see your hand as non-threatening. Your soothing voice will help to reduce their anxiety. Give the budgie about a week to become comfortable with your hand being outside of the cage. Open the cage door slowly when you do this so that you do not startle your budgie. Do not try to touch them or anything else in the cage. The goal is to have the budgie get comfortable with your hand being in his physical space. It may take about a week for him to become comfortable with this. 5. You can place a towel over your hand if you are afraid that your budgie may bite you. That your budgie is comfortable stepping onto your hand. It is now time to practice taking them out of their cage. Use slow movements and a soothing voice to coax them out of their cage. Your budgie may be very reluctant to leave their cage, because that is their comfort zone. You can try enticing them out with treats, but do not rush them. 17. Creating a clear exit path out of their cage. No toys, food, and water trays will help you easily back your hand out of the cage more easily. 18. It is okay if your budgie flies away, or flies right back into their cage, when you get him out of the cage. If your budgie flies away, do not run